Hi guys, welcome to the stream. I hope you are all fine at this end of the week, and I also hope that you can hear me well right now. This is the first time I am streaming live, and today we are going to take a look at the top two coins, so Bitcoin and Ethereum. And we are also going to learn the basics of scalping on two exchanges, Binance and BitMEX, and maybe try to even get some trades in, see if we can get some profit or if we get wrecked live. It's also a possibility. So yeah, let's start it by talking a bit about Bitcoin. So yesterday I was in a short. Basically, I entered at around 10k 6. I was at 10k 6 in a short. I laddered my way. My first entry was about 10.4k. And then I had multiple orders that summed up to the mean value that we had here and on the last candles. And I was trapped in a short for some time. I managed to get out of it by laddering my exit. It is very time consuming and nerve-wracking if you have a high position like I had, but I managed to get out of it fairly untouched. I'm not that sad about the losses. It is my fault, and the market was choppy, and I could have avoided it, but hell, things happen, you know. So good news, we are back in the channel, the ascending channel. This is the ascending channel that we have seen for a while now, and after having peaked just a bit, we have now returned, and we are now kind of trapped. No one is talking about this on the interweb, and we are kind of trapped between the descending trend line that we have here and the bottom part of the ascending channel. And this might be good because it spells a descending triangle which we have formed in this area. So a descending triangle in a bull formation is a bullish indicator, which is good. The only thing that we must watch closely is that we have a confluence point here at around this area where the trend line meets the 0.382 Fibonacci level, and it might mean that we can get rejected here and retest another time in the bottom of the channel, maybe even peak a bit as we did here. So it's not bullish yet. Once we are out, then we can be most certainly bullish until the 0.618 level. This is always my target level when I take trades, because it is very important. Many people react to it. It's not that I like the 0.6, but people react to this level. And as any other indicator, the thing is, more people use it, the more it is effective. Once we get too many people using a level or an indicator like RSI or EMAs or stuff like this, well, the institutionals will take advantage of this, and they will place orders at those levels, those certain levels that will cause stop hunts. So maybe you have a stop right here if you want to short. They will hunt your stop and they will create wicks that will go up and then will go down, and you will say, what the hell, I've missed my trade in only one candle. Well, this is when you base your strategy and your entry on an indicator that is used by too many people. So let's jump to the Bitcoin dominance chart right now and see what's happening. We can see that we are back in the channel. This time it's not good because we have rejected at this resistance level that we created here. We have rejected and we are now back in the channel. It's not clear yet if we are going to stay in the channel, but staying in the channel and meeting the middle point of the channel would mean that the alt season is over. So this is just a pointer of the current altcoin situation. And now let's go back to the BTC USD chart, and remember, we haven't closed the gap. We can see the triangle formation right here also, and we know now that in the bull market a descending triangle is a bullish sign. But do not forget that we have this here. We are not out, we are still in the information. There is still the possibility it can be touched. We are bullish, but I am still bearish on the short term. Bullish long term, bearish short term. Let's move on to ETH USD and see what we can find. Well, as my analysis I did yesterday, well, the ETH tried to break the current formation we have here in the 4-hour chart, and it kind of failed. We are not certain right now of what is going to do immediately, but let's go a bit back and see. Well, this formation was very weak right here, a big drop, then we had some consolidation, weak volume price increases, some more consolidation, some more weak volume price increases, more powerful rejection, a weak formation, then we got back, and now we formed the W right here, so a double bottom or a W, which seems bullish because it has a higher low. So the previous low was just a bit lower than this low, and right now we are correcting. We have gained about 9% basically, and we are heading for this level. This level is very important, is the 380. 380 is known for an important level in ETH, and you might ask why I don't post any longs right now. Well, it's because it might be choppy right here. It might be choppy, and we might hit the stop loss multiple times until we reach my target. My target is here. I know that it will be here, but instead of posting a long here, I will instead post shorts here, and I will not enter with my full position, which I would do normally. I will probably just sell half of what I normally sell in ETH, and if I get stopped out, no problem, I can resell higher, but I know then it will probably go down and I can swing trade again. So basically I prefer to use formations like, let me plot it for you. I imagine a trade like this that would target the bottom area right here. So this part, this would be a very good risk reward ratio trade, and if I get stopped out, I can buy higher. I can sell higher, sorry. I can sell higher and aim for the same target. This is a very important target right here. And if the price, well, let's say I want this trade and the price goes even lower, I can place multiple buy positions at around this level. So I can try right here. If I get stopped out, no problem. And I can buy again Let me plot it. I can buy again even lower with half or maybe even less of what I normally trade. When I say half, it's not half right at this spot. It's I ladder. Well, I maybe buy. Let's say I want to. My normal buying position is 20K dollars contracts. Okay, let's say that's my maximum. I did my risk management plan, and that's the maximum I can afford to lose in a trade. Okay, well, I will ladder. I know that the price is reaching the max level, the limit right here that I have identified previously. I will start laddering at around this level. So my maximum is 20K. I will trade 10K maximum because this is the type of strategy I have implemented for this formation and this market situation, because it is very choppy. This strategy is not for a normal market. This market is influenced by DeFi, it's influenced by the ETH 2.0 news that we don't know where it will come. And therefore, I will prepare myself to take double-sided positions that will net me maybe smaller gains. I'm not sure that I will get up to here when I re-enter my long. I maybe can go up to here, but I know that at least I have touched both sides. So I will start laddering at about here, and I will finish my entire half position at about this level. Okay, and if I get stopped out, I have another chance. What I said about half is just for example. You can divide it by whatever you want. It depends on your risk management plan also. The difficult part here is that we also have a gap which is lower. It's not a gap, it's a level that we must watch, and this level is at about $250. It is scary. It is scary because right now the correlation with Bitcoin is positive, and if Bitcoin drops, as we saw, if Bitcoin drops to the gap, maybe, well, Ethereum will do the same. And if Bitcoin drops to the level, it will lose about 6%. While if Ethereum does from this level, it will lose about 30%. So this is the only scary part when trading Ethereum and with high correlation with Bitcoin. So yeah. Let's now move to what I promised you guys I will show you. So we are now going to talk about scalping, and for this I will need a clean chart. So I will start from zero. So when, as you saw, we didn't have many trades on the spot market and even on the futures this month, but we have tried to compensate this by scalping a lot. That's why we created the scalping channel in the first place, to fill the gaps of the time pauses that we have when we don't post trades. And we don't post trades because of market uncertainty, and because we are also uncertain on the trades we might post. So we prefer to keep a certain quality and continue like this. So on the scalping channels, on the scalping channel before, you've had a chart that had multiple indicators on it. It had triangles, crosses, and diamonds of multiple colors. You guys told me that it was difficult to watch, and it was difficult to define the precise entries. That's why we have switched it to a more simple approach. Now we have just buy and sell for the 15-minute and the hourly chart. And if you guys, I don't know if you guys backtested it a bit, but it works pretty well. I'm pretty happy and my team is also happy. I will probably make a video next week about this, and I will show the results of the possible trades. Of course, don't imagine I take every possible trade I find there. I mostly trade on 1 minute when I scalp, because I don't have a lot of time to scalp, and my trades can be finished very fast. But you guys can use it for the 15-minute time frame. So the first thing that we need to establish with scalping is that ideally scalping is done from 1 minute to 15 minutes. That's the best way you can scalp. Some might argue that on the 1 hour time frame it's not a scalp anymore, it can be a swing. I call it a scalp even in 1 hour, because it's a very short trade, in my opinion. It's an intraday trade, and every intraday trade can be a scalp or a swing, depending also on the volatility. So let's set up our chart to prepare ourselves for scalping. So the first thing that we must do is to create a list of the supports and resistances in 1 hour, because it's the closest to what we are going to trade, and because it has a lot more data than the 1 minute chart, for example. So we can do it roughly in the beginning, and then we will change. So right now I have a resistance right here. I always base my my supports and resistances on full bodies. Some might argue that using the wicks would be better, but it really is no difference. Full bodies for me is a confirmation that the candle has closed at that level. So that's why I prefer using full bodies. So we have established one resistance. Now we need to establish the second. We can see that here we have a second resistance, if my keyboard wants to work. And let's go even higher and establish a third one. So we are going kind of high for 1 minute, no? Yeah, but this will serve us. You will see why I went this high. Because in 1 minute, if I'm right now, let's say I short right here, and if the price goes to up to 11,100, well, I'm dead. But this is just an idea for me. I need to know where I need to stop. I will get to that a bit later. So let's also set up some some supports. So the first one, we can say it was here. The second one, this might be, yes, it is a good idea. This is good. And then we can go a bit lower and place our support. Okay, so this is on the hourly. Now we need to go to the 30-minute and see what happens to the supports and resistances that we plotted. Well, right now there are some that are out of the chart, which is normal, and there are some that are inside the chart. So right now I have the main support and resistance are at 10.7k and 10.6k. We can say like this. We can create a range right here, so we know we are trading in this range. You can plot it like this and continue with some other supports and resistances. Identifying supports and resistances in scalping is very important. You need to take your time before even starting trading. It's a bit of preparation, and scalping in general is very intense. I can say that after 1 hour of intense scalping, I need to take a break so I can continue trading. If not, I'm prone to making mistakes, and mistakes cost in this game. So yeah, let's continue to plot some supports and resistances right here. This could be a good level, and on the downside we have one here and one here. Now we need to go even further down the line. We will go to 15 minutes. 15 minutes. And see, we can add some more. Can we add some more? Yes, we have one here. And on the upside we have one. We have one here. Come on, man. There you go. Okay, now we are closing in on our target, which is the 1 minute. And right now we need to see that if in the 5 minute we have some lines that are not pertinent as they were on the higher time frames, then we need to remove them. So for example, this one for me is not good. It doesn't say anything. This one is not as precise as it should be. I will move it here. And this one is good. This one, we'll leave it on for now. And this one is good. So I went all the way up to 1 hour to create my supports and resistances. And now I am I know where I am. So I just inputted my address on the GPS and I know I am here. And the first stop is here, 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 and here. And I can go up to here. But why do I use these other resistances? Sorry. Why do I use them? Well, it's because one simple thing. When you trade in scalping, you need to trade fast and you need to think fast. There is no possible way that you can think of your risk management when you are clicking like a madman to get your order filled, you know. So I know I preach risk management all the time, and I am a risk management adopter, but when scalping, you basically need two things. You need to forget about your risk management. Using a stop loss here will make you lose money. The only thing you need to know here is that you need to have two things: a soft cap and a hard cap. The soft cap is the place where if the price goes against you, let's say I'm aiming for this level here, okay, and I have laddered my entries, so my shorts, from here to here. My order book says it's okay, and I laddered my entries from here to here. Well, okay, if it goes back, I'm okay, I can take profit, and I will take profit based also on the same lines. I will watch them on the order book, and I will take my profit on the same lines. But if the price goes up, I'm forced to add to my position, because if it stays up, I'm dead. My position is blocked here, and I'm blocked for I don't know how much time. So this would be my soft cap. This would be the place that the spot where I place my last short. Okay, so it's based on you saw what it is based on. It's based on a resistance level, and this would be the last place I would place my short. This would average my entry from here to here. Okay, I would of course I would need here to add the same value I have added all over here. So I can also ladder this, but I advise you guys not to do it, because you need to be almost certain that if you enter here, you will go back at least to your middle point, to your average entry price. Okay, like this, you can get out of the trade and you can be break even. So this way, this goes for the downside too. And we have right here, we have a soft cap and the hard cap. after the hard cap. So the hard cap, I didn't say about it. So the hard cap is basically my stop loss. Here I stop everything. My trade went horribly wrong. I must accept my loss and move on. I will of course need to wait a bit to wait for the market and move on. So let's move to BitMEX for a bit and see what we have here as tools that can help us trade. And I know there are many of you that don't have BitMEX access because you are in the US, but you still can connect to BitMEX using a VPN. And I think BitMEX has a plus because it has fast execution. And because of the way we can place orders. No other exchange has this. Of course, BitMEX has a lot of disadvantages, like when the volatility is very high, you get an error saying that you cannot place your order and you need to spam. But all in all, I think it's a very good exchange for scalping. And let's start to apply what we have seen here. So we have our supports and resistances. We have our level basically. So what we would need right now, well, I cannot trade now. If I would trade now, I would put myself in a dangerous position because I'm basically in the middle of the channel. So the key to scalping is to have patience. You need to let the price come to you. You will not chase the price. You will not chase the price. And this is a rule that will be broken with one exception. And I will get to that later. Let's go back to BitMEX. So there are some pre-checks you need to do before starting to trade. The first thing you need to identify is the funding rate. I don't know if all of you guys are acquainted with the funding rate. The funding rate is a fee that one side of the market pays to the other side of the market. It also reflects the amount of funds borrowed from the exchange. When so for example, the number shown here is predicted funding rate for the next funding period. This is the rate that the longs will pay shorts. If negative, the shorts will pay longs. So usually when you have a positive funding rate, it means that the market is bullish, and the ones that are having gains right now in a bullish markets are the longs, and they are supposed to pay the shorts a fee. If this is negative, it means that the market is usually bearish, and the shorts will pay a fee to the longs. So you are in a short and another guy is in a long, and the market is bearish, you will pay the long a fee. This is based on your position also. Why do we need to check this? It's because some traders like to keep their funds up to the last minute of the funding period, and then there can be a market swing. So I now know that the predicted rate is positive, and it is to be paid in 11 hours. So on BitMEX is done on every 12 hours. On Bybit it's done every 8 hours. And on Binance, I don't even know because I don't really trade there. But normally it's every 8 or 12 hours. So this is important. If you are very close to the funding period end, don't trade, wait for it to pass, and then you can post your shorts or longs in the market as you wish. So first thing I want to do when I start, I like to place some markers in the order book. So I start by grouping the order book by 10. This is another thing that I appreciate with BitMEX is the order book grouping. I can group it in 2 columns, single like every other market, which is more difficult to follow, and dual. I have the order books side by side, and I can group them by 10 or 5 or 2.5 or $1. This can be done on Binance Futures or Bybit also. I will start at 10, and I will start to look at some walls that I can identify right here. So I will start with the shorts, the sellers, sorry. So I see that at this level 10.8 I have a wall, and just before it I will place a sell. I can identify it on the on the exchange. Let me just refresh, because okay, I can see it is here. So I don't even need to watch the chart when I am order book trading. This is just confirmation for me. Okay, so I see that I have a wall here, which is a sell wall. The possibility of it being broken with the current level is moderate, I would say. The buy order book is kind of heavy also, even a bit heavier than the sells, I would say. And then if we go even lower, what can we see? Well, the market is okay-ish. So 890, another level. I will place my marker just after it. So 50. I have another marker right here. This is my soft cap. And if I go even lower, I still want to be in a grouping $10. I can go up more, but I prefer grouping at $10 when I start. And I can't see anything else. If I go even lower, no. Okay, so I have two important levels at 820 and 890. This would be for me immediate entries if I get my ladder up to here. Let's go to the buy side and see what we can see. So the first one going from up to down, we can see there is a cluster here. There is a cluster here. I call a cluster. I got this question recently. What is a cluster? A cluster is basically a wall information. And what is a wall then? Well, a wall is a level in the order book that is much bigger than the ones that surround it. So for example, here I have 6, I have 1 million, I have 3 million. So this is a wall, you know. And the cluster is basically a wall information. It is bigger than the previous level, but we have similar levels that follow it, which means there are thick orders for buying at this level. So even if it's not a wall, I will mark it, because I think it's maybe an interesting level to get in. So 570, let's mark it. Well, it's right here. Kind of fits what we did before, no? On BTC USD. So yeah, what we did on the chart reflects in the order book. Figure that. Okay, moving on. Let's see what we can see. We have a 6 million level here, almost 7. We need to mark this. This is important. You might say, why put like $50 here? Well, you can put 1, 2. You can put an order of 1 contract if you want. But the thing is, if you mark too many levels with low amounts of contracts, BitMEX will eventually ban you. So the higher the amount, the less chance you have to be marked as spam. And if you are marked for spam, you can be potentially banned for like, I don't know, 1 hour or something like that. But you might miss a trade for this. So be careful. Don't be placing $1 contracts at close levels, because they might get filled and you might be marked as spam. So continuing, we have 2 levels to the downside, another small cluster right here, but I will consider this as the same. And if we go downwards, no. Okay, so right now we have basically reduced our area, our trading area, to this. I know I can go even further if I want. I have my soft cap and my hard cap, but check out the volume right here. It's so small. This is so small for BitMEX right now. So 4 million, 28 million. This is so small. Look at this candle right here. This candle, 158 million. This is a real candle. This is volatility. This is where we can trade. But this is a bit different than what I am explaining right now. There are 2 tactics basically in scalping. Both of them involve waiting. So patience is very, very important in scalping. You need to wait for the price to come to you. You will not chase the price. Note this somewhere on your desk. You will not chase the price. And also I forgot to mention, if you scalp on your phone and you lost, don't come crying to me, because I am not an advocate of phone trading. I'm against it. You can't possibly have enough data to trade on your phone. So if you want to scalp, please don't scalp on your phone. Scalp on a laptop or a PC or whatever. You need much information in order to scalp efficiently, and you need to be fast. And the phones, even if they are powerful, the interface, so the human interface, we are using our fingers to input our data. It's not enough for trading. It's not enough. Okay, so where was I? We placed markers. We have identified order book walls, and we have checked the funding rate. Now it's time to ladder our entries. So I want to enter when the price comes to me. I will not enter here. Okay, so let's say that in this formation I can expect the price to go up. Well, I can place a first order right here, and I can place some more right here up to here, and leave a small gap. If the price reaches this level, the marker that I have placed here will be edited in the open positions tab, and it will be edited to fill the amount that I haven't filled with this gap. I know it's complicated. At first you won't get it okay. I managed to mess this up also multiple times when the market is very fast. I also forgot to say that well, implicitly you won't use market orders, and you will use limit orders. So everything is limit your orders. Also, everything we can see in the order book are limit orders. They are not market orders, because market orders are instant actions that you cannot see in the order book, and that's sometimes sometimes when the order book is very thin and we have a large seller, well, it can eat up several levels of the order book and move the price a lot. So sometimes this happens, and yeah, let's stay to scalping, because I'm I'm starting some other ideas and I'm losing it. Okay, so I can ladder myself up to here, and I can expect the price to come up here, and basically I want it to go up to here. Even if I'm shorting, I'm a contrarian, but I am laddered. So right here I only have like a tenth of my position, and I want to get my whole position filled, so it has an average at about here. So I start let's say I start at 10.7 and I end at 10.8. I will have an average at 10.75, which is very good for me if then the price comes back down, so I can take my profit. And I repeat, I will take my profit at the first pivot that allows me to cover my my position, and also my fees, because there are fees sometimes if you combine market orders with limit orders, because when the market is moving too fast, sometimes you might be using market orders so you won't miss a trade. I did this sometimes. It's not very good, but sometimes we have no other option. So there is this is the strategy for scalping in general. Of course, these are the basics for it, and this implies that the volatility is not too high and not too low. We need volatility, but we don't want candles like this. This is too much for this type of strategy. Well, yeah, it is too much basically. So this is the basic scalping strategy that you can start. You can start it with as little as you want. What you need to do if you want to start trading like this is to just aim for small percentages. So let's say my average was here, as I said, 750. I just aim for 0.60, 0.50, something like that. I don't want to be too greedy, because with this type of candles, it depends on the volatility also, but with this type of candles, look at the volume. The volume is very low right now. With this type of candles, I can still trade, but I need to target lower percentages in my take profit. This is very important. Don't get greedy when there is no volume, because it will just move up and down, and you will stay blocked in your position for too much time. And if you just, let's say you go to the toilet or you want to drink a cup of tea or something, well, you don't know, maybe there's a big market order that eats away all the limit orders you have in the order book, and the price will move up, and you weren't there because you stayed too long in the position, and you got bored, you got tired, and you couldn't manage the position actively, and you didn't use a stop loss, because you know, if you use a stop loss in this kind of trading, you are dead, because it eats away all your small profits. This is all about small consistent profit. Okay, you need to make small consistent profits. Now, there is a second type of strategy that you can use following the same basic rules. This one implies even more patience, but more volatility. So basically, this one means that you will follow the order book, but you will also follow the recent trades more actively than you would in the first strategy. And basically, you will wait for high moves, quick and violent moves to the upside or to the downside. And you have your markers, but you don't have any active orders set, because you've done your research on the hourly or on the daily or on the 4-hourly charts. You know that it is just waiting for a break right now, and you know that it will come any minute, and you will wait patiently. You will wait for it to come. And when you see a big candle like this, and when you see the recent trades, let's say for example it goes up, when you see recent trades like this, like green, and the screen doesn't have enough time to plot all the green last trades it has, and there's too much green, and there's a huge candle forming, you will not enter market. You will not enter market. You will wait for it to exhaust. You will wait for it to go as high as it wants, and you will enter when the order book becomes balanced, like this. Right now, this candle was kind of small. It might be a breakout, but it is kind of small. It isn't as violent as the candles I am talking about. but you will wait. So let's it's green, now it's green, and you will wait for the best timing. The thing is here you can limit your orders, but you need to be really quick to execute them. So right now we are very bullish on the 15-minute. We are very bullish, and we are waiting. We are waiting like predators for prey. And as soon as it gets balanced, we can enter. Okay, I will not wait for it to get balanced. The candle is not as violent as I want it to be to do this type of trading. But as soon as it gets balanced, as soon as you see more red than green, so more biased to the downside, then you will enter. And you will enter by using the first levels of the order book. You just click here. As I said in the previous videos, be careful to not click here. If you click on the size, especially in scalping, I did this once and I was almost liquidated, but I had some luck and I was in profit. But if you scalp and you click all over here, you are kind of dooming yourself, because look what happens. I click here, I set my price at 720. I click here, I set my price at 720, and I also set my contracts at 1,800,000. Okay, so if I'm shorting here 1,800,000 and I have the funds on my account, let's say I have my funds on my account, and the price goes the other way, I can be liquidated in like 10 seconds. So be careful here. Always check before posting a signal, an entry. You just need to be on your designated position size. Okay, so to repeat the last strategy, you are waiting for big wicks on the upside or on the downside. Even here it's not enough. Even here is not enough. We are waiting for really big wicks. This can be an example, even if it was followed by a lot of small consolidation with really low volume. This can be a good example. When I see, let me explain what I mean when I say wait for the green, for the reversal, sorry, in the recent trades. Let's say here, when the candle started here, you had only red right here. This candle was also red, and it went red, flashing up until here. And here, it's starting being balanced right here. So using this technique, you can basically use precise entries, and you can have an entry at about here. So all this is yours. All this is yours. Even if it's shit right here, it eventually goes up. You are actively managing this position. You know that you have gotten the lowest possible in this formation, and you have plotted you have posted a trailing stop loss that protects your position in the positive. So you entered right here, you have a trailing, or you have a stop loss that you move yourself, limit or market, you move yourself in the positive and you follow it. You can follow it. Basically right here, you can leave it at about this level. And when you see it grows, you just follow it and you know that you are in the positive. And when it comes back, it will hit your stop loss and you are in a profit. So basically, in order to have this, you need to wait a lot. You need to have the chart opened on a second screen and wait for this moment to come. This high volatility, this high volume candle that you can enter when the price, the recent trades shift. Well, this is all for my scalping basics right now. I don't know if you guys even hear me. No one has written on the oh yeah, Wolf. Are the funding rates only on BitMEX or other exchanges? Well, They are on other exchanges also. You can find them on basically every derivative. They are a mean of insurance for the exchange, or for they control the markets a bit. They regulate the markets using this. So yeah, you can find them on basically every future exchange. They function in the same manner with slight differences. Yeah. Do you guys have any other questions that I can maybe answer live right now? Questions. I'm waiting for questions. See what I mean? That it's not a good candle. The volume is very low. We don't want this. We want big volumes. Let's move to 1 minute for a second. This isn't even tradable right here. This is not tradable. This could have been. This could have been. The thing in 1 minute is that you need to go high. So basically, when you are in the fire of trading and chasing the inversion of the market, and if you place your cells at the first level, and the first level just doesn't execute, it doesn't want to execute, and you can go market. I mean, yeah, you can go market if you are trading with not a very big amount of contract. You can go market, you can enter market, you can sell market right here. When you see that you have the confirmation that the recent trades are switching sides, you can go market. And right here, example, 0.20 of whatever you had. Also, I forgot to mention that I'm using cross leverage. I'm not using a fixed leverage, an isolated leverage, because I want my balance to compensate for the mistakes I can make. If I am using a high leverage when I start my position, I'm basically limiting myself at the liquidation price which is imposed. And on some exchanges you can add or subtract to your liquidation, to your position. Like you can add some funds to your position. This would lower your leverage rating. On BitMEX you can't, so you need to be fairly sure on what you are doing. But multiple exchanges are accepting this kind of trading, and yeah, it is possible. But I prefer using cross because I want to have room for error. As I said, I need to know that I have my soft cap. I need to know that I have my hard cap accessible. It is not limited by some liquidation price that is too close to manage, and that basically gives me stress for nothing. I don't want to be stressed in this situation. It's already too fast, and I'm prone to making mistakes every second because it's too fast. I can misclick. Even I can misclick. As I said, you can click here and I'm fucked in one click, you know. And if I misclick here and I'm chasing the volatility and the market continues to go up, I am so fucked, you know. That's why I like to use cross leverage. I need to know that I don't have a liquidation price. I need to know that I have my hard caps right here. These are not those, but I need to know that I have my soft cap and my hard cap as protections, so I can stop manually if it goes there, you know. Okay. So yeah, Tony, it will be saved and I will re-upload it, and you can review it later, of course. Okay, so Boogie was asking, why do this instead of spot trading? So spot trading, you can do it also, but do you have a lot of funds to compensate for the lack of leverage that you have on futures? The risk is greater here, of course. The risk is greater here, but the scalping in general is risky if you want to do it properly. Have you seen the recent competitions that were the WSOP for Bybit and other trading competitions that are taking place on the known exchanges? Well, the guys are only doing what I said. This is the only possible way that you can get from 1 Bitcoin to 8 in 1 week or 2 weeks. This is also the way to get liquidated in 10 seconds if you are not careful. That's why I always say start with small amounts, trade to train, and then when you are sure, you can increase slowly and you can get effective, more efficient. Every time you trade, you can get more efficient. But this doesn't mean that you won't lose also. You just need to accept losses. And this scalping, you know that you can scalp. You lose now, you take a 2-hour break and you are fresh. You take a cup of coffee or whatever. And in 2 hours, you are fresh. You can have a very good trade, you know. So it's basically really, really fast trading. That's why I forgot to tell you guys, I'm thinking of partnering with some developers that have created a platform. You can check it out. It's called Hyper Trader, I think. Yeah, Hyper Trader. They are offering a trading platform that basically unifies every exchange possible. They don't have everything right now, but they are working and they are adding every week new exchanges. And basically you will have an interface to trade on that you will get acquainted to, and you can trade on it for every exchange. Even if you have an exchange of FameX on Prime XBT or Binance, you will have the same interface. And the thing is, it has a lot of features that helps scalpers. If you only want to follow signals, you can just use your normal interface. You have Cornix, you have 3 commas, you have so many options. But if you want to trade effectively, you need to get some tools, you know. And it's a learning process, and it's a process of getting the right tools to serve you, you know. What can help you trade better, you know. There are 2 things: education, tools, 3, and information. Okay, so you have these 3, and you basically put yourself in a good light already. You give yourself the chances you need to trade better in any time frame, you know. So what's the depth chart? That's the depth chart, exactly. This is a graphical representation of the order book. And probably you see here, this is a wall. That's why in the order book, it's called a wall information. So like here, I can see this level 10.9. Can I identify it? 10.7. It shows me 10.7. So 10.7, where is it? Well, I marked it, but later. Yeah, I don't know. But it's a wall, basically. This is a tiny wall in the order book. So it reflects, it's a graphical representation of the order book. Any other question, guys? Profit while I'm here. bull flag formation in 1 minute alert. So I take it you guys have understood everything. This is good then. It means that I have explained correctly everything I wanted, and I normally I haven't missed anything. The rejection trade strategy. So guys, if you don't have any other questions, I will stop here, and I will upload this video to YouTube so you guys can check it later. This was just a preview of what we are going to do in scalping, and I eventually want to trade with you guys. I want you to participate in trades. I want you to follow order books with me, and I want you to say you are wrong here because you have missed something. And I want us to be like a hive mind, you know, that trades all together. Like one guy checks an order book and another guy checks another order book, you know. This is my goal for Sublime traders in general. This is what I would love to have with Sublime traders. You know, my biggest our purpose is to help you guys with stuff that you don't find just by Googling, you know, because many people just like trade with the MA, trade with the RSI, trade using MACD, or just use this strategy. It's a winning strategy. People need to know that there are drawdowns in trading, you know, also. Drawdowns means you can even have like 1 month with no win, only losses. And psychologically, this you say to yourself, "Fuck, man, I'm so stupid." It happened to me. I'm talking from my own experience. I mean, I have missed so many trade opportunities in the past, you know, because I didn't have the time, or in the very beginning because I didn't have the knowledge or the patience to learn. How do you expect to trade efficiently if you don't put some time into it? Do you think doctors get to where they are by learning on some YouTube video? Guys, you have YouTube. You have so many resources that can help you. You have us to ask. We are available almost 24/7. I basically sleep on my desk, you know. Even my colleagues also, you know. So yeah, you just need to put your back into it. Just learn as much as possible. The signals are there because we have the tools that you don't have access to. I will maybe one time show you the tools. They are on a different server and I cannot stream on it. But we have tools that you don't have access to. This is the only thing you pay for, basically. The rest is because we love doing it. Having to reply to each of one of you guys that asks questions, I love it, you know. We love it. We love replying to you guys, you know. So yeah, guys, this will be uploaded, and I hope you liked it. It was my first stream, so the next one will be more active, and I will probably add some more videos to further improve your scalping abilities before starting a live scalping stream where I actually trade, because I want you, as I said, I want you to trade with me. I want you to have the stream on one screen, and I want you to trade on the other. Okay, so I will leave also on the chat on Telegram, I will leave the link to the interface, the trading interface, for the guys that are interested in this interface to check it out. They have like a 7-day free trial. I don't know. I'm not in it for the money, so I'm just evaluating it, and I will make a partnership with them only if you guys want it. I don't want to stuff it up your throat, you know. So if you guys want it, I will show you its benefits. There is no disadvantage for now. I will show you its benefits, and you will consider for yourself if it's worth paying. It's not expensive. It's like $15 or something like that. But if I make a partnership with them, I want to include their platform in our services. So in the Sublime Traders subscription, we would possibly modify it a bit. I don't know. It depends on you guys. It really depends on you guys. If you like it, we will make a partnership with them. If you don't, and you have other ideas, maybe you want us to integrate some other tool that you want, just tell us. We are here and we are listening to every advice you give us. That's why we are also posting a lot of surveys lately. We wanted to create an app, and we saw that you guys don't want an app. You like Telegram. It's easier for us because yeah, less development. But yeah, so we want to know what you want, basically. Okay, so thank you guys. Thank you for watching. This has been a real pleasure talking to myself for 1 hour. I think my wife thinks I'm crazy, but it's okay. So yeah, see you next time. Take care.